Marcel Stamps says he is ready to toe the line with Joey Beltran. We've got the story next. Susan Cingari here from Love MMA and Bare Knuckle News, where each week on this YouTube channel, we bring you a unique story from the world of combat sports. So help a girl out. Please subscribe. Joining me today is the one and only BKFC fighter, Marcel Stamps. How are you today, Marcel?
Pretty good, man. How you doing? How y'all doing?
I am good. Marcel, you must be ready to get into the squared circle because you were supposed to fight a couple months ago. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, man. I was supposed to fight Chris Levin. We had it scheduled, but COVID hit. They pushed it back, and then he backed out and didn't want to fight anymore. Retired, I think. So I've been on go and been ready to go ever since the first of the year.
How difficult has it been for you to focus and train during COVID-19 then?
It haven't really, honestly, it haven't changed anything for me. I really didn't stop training. The gym itself, it limited the amount of people that was in there. But as far as me and my coaches and my prep work has always been the same, because we was kind of thinking that once COVID, open up, that all the promoters are going to be wanting to immediately try to get all that money that they have lost back, they need it back. You have every promotion really wasn't doing anything. Right. So time it opened up, they were going to look for the first available people that are fighters that were ready to go, and on call. So it really didn't affect me none. I still, ran, worked out, trained, still try to keep myself in the conversation. If anything pops up, I was able to, perform at an elite level.
You were scheduled to fight Chris at 205, but now you're going up a weight class for Joey. Let's talk about that.
It's something new, something different. Like I said, for me, it's really not that big of a deal. A lot of people don't know is, I've spent my entire career, sparring and fighting with Walt Harris, Frank Tate, Stan Tippin, so all my guys, they used me as a heavyweight guy because I was so much stronger, coming from a football background. I was very explosive, very strong. So everybody always had to put me in there with the big guys. So for me, going toe to toe with somebody that's, a little bit heavier than me, maybe 15 pounds, in my opinion, he would have to, be a little bit smaller, because if he's any bigger than that, then I think he's going to be, slower and won't be able to keep up. Me and my ability, I'm like a Deontay Wilder the way I look at it. You're looking at us at 218, but we packing punches like somebody that's 275. So don't underestimate that punch, man. That power is something serious.
It's funny you mention that, because in a recent interview I did with Joey Beltran, he says you're the better athlete, but this is a fist fight. So what's your response to him?
Man, I grew up doing this, man. I didn't look for fighting looked for me. This is what I was born to do. I understand what he's saying as far as with the athletic and all of this and that, but he's also a seasoned veteran. He got 40, 50 plus fights. So I think that's just a way of him, trying to brush off the situation, so that way it kind of looks, even to him and to everybody else, because, I'm younger. I'm just coming into this. He has 40 plus fights. How does it look for you to come in and get dominated by somebody that hasn't really, been in the game as long as you? So I think that's just a way for him to kind of give himself more motivation to work and try to push to do a little bit better.
What do you think you have to do to get your hand raised?
Dominate, man. Go out there and perform the way that I know how to perform. To take my game to him and not go away from the plans that we have. I really feel I have all the tools that I can go out there and do it. I know that he's he's a pressure fighter. He likes to, continue to fight. He don't really, back down from anything. Like you said, he's a executioner. So like everybody knows that they have, 4, 5, 10, 20 rounds. It really doesn't matter. So at the end of the day, I think that my ability to move and to wear him down with power as I go, and just to play it smart, and not try to make things happen, let them come to me.
For fight fans who haven't had a chance to see some of your recent bare knuckle work, we really should take a look back at the amazing fight with Kendall Grove. I was very impressed with your speed. So if you could break that down for us, sir.
I mean, everybody talk about that one. I like that one. Don't get me wrong, but I think my first fight was the best fight in my opinion. They don't even show that knockout. I thought that was the best knockout that I actually that one of bare knuckle actually had. And the guy that I fought was also a seasoned guy. He was from Louisiana. I knew when I went in there that he was going to be a hard nosed fighter. I actually thought that he was a harder fighter than Kendall going to prepare for the simple fact that he was a brawler, and I knew he was a brawler. I knew him from MMA, and I knew that he was a tough kid. So to go in and get that win with him, I thought it was pretty good. As far as with Kendall, I've always been a pretty quick guy, pretty speedy guy. But like I said, I also started out doing a lot of power stuff, so I had to adjust to do the speed wise. I knew that he had the length on me, so the only way that I could really, at the end of the day, get my hand raised with him was to try to impose my will on speed, which it actually worked. Speed kills. Speed is a big thing for any sport. I don't care if it's football, if it's basketball, if it's boxing. If you possess the right tools with speed, it can benefit you. So I went into it thinking that trying to figure out how could I get closer. A lot of people look at me and see with my size that my speed is very not underestimated. It shocks a lot of people, and then when they get there, they don't realize I'm as fast as I am until they're actually in the ring with me. So, and that's also because of, I guess, the way that I train. I perceive the way that I move, the way that I move my feet to make it look like I'm a little slower than I am. So my hands move a lot faster than what my feet actually do. So that's just kind of something that had been developed over time.
Do you think because you were with such an elite athletic program, a linebacker at the University of Alabama, that has prepared you to be so able to switch to BKFC and do MMA?
I would say it helped a little, and that would be the physical aspect of it. If anybody knows football, everybody knows that linebackers are the most physical part of, football. We're taking on big ass linemen that's 320 pounds. They're trying to impose their will on us. So it definitely helped as far as mentally knowing that I can sustain and put my work against anybody, and that's just because, like I said, the physicality of the players and how we actually are in the trenches. As far as with fighting, it's fighting. So at the end of the day, football is football, fighting is fighting. Like I said, man, I kind of grew up into this, so this is something that I think I'm molded for.
Before we go today, Marcel, is there anything else you want to add? And please give us your social media handles.
Man, if any of the fans out there looking for something exciting, I'm gonna be here for a long time, and expect a lot of exciting things. I'm only growing. I've done football all my life, and then I stepped into fighting a little later. So that's one thing I kind of like about Eric and myself. With us stepping into it late, we have more ambition and drive to do it than some of these guys have been doing it, like him, that's been doing it 40, 50 fights, they've been going through camp so many times that it's to them it's just like, man, I'm so bored with it. With me, I'm steady learning like new stuff. Every time I pick up new things, I'm getting more excited, thrilled every time I go. So like I said, for any of the fighters that fight fans out there, that looking for any kind of thrilling and exciting fighting, you definitely want to stay tuned and keep up and follow me and look at what I do. I remind myself of a little Rumble Johnson, man. That's how I look at myself. It's just because I'm just as powerful like him. I'm not as big as he is, but like I said, man, I think athletic wise, that's who I kind of mold myself as kind of looking like. So I want to be one of the most feared guys, and that's why I went up to doing this. Is just because I want people to know that, like, when they think of like bare knuckle, not just because of weight class, just like like Mosgadov, like we taking on anything, any challenge. So definitely, like, man, if you guys are looking for some exciting fighting, definitely stay tuned. Tune in to Marcel Stamps, man. You'll see a lot of good things. Social media is Marcel_Stamps_MMA, and then just Marcel_Stamps on everything else. So you guys definitely like follow me. Look for some exciting things inside of this sport, and look for me to do a lot of work throughout this sport.
All right, fight fans, thanks so much to Marcel Stamps for taking the time to speak with Must Love MMA and Bare Knuckle News. And we will be there in October, bringing you all the beautiful bloody action from BKFC 13. Help a girl out. Smash the subscribe button, like it, share this video, and please leave a comment. And remember, I'm Susan Cingari from Must Love MMA and Bare Knuckle News, where no one beats us to the punch.